It's a beautiful day here in Bolinas. The sun is shining, the birds are singing. I couldn't have picked a setting more antithetical to the spirit of the man I want to commemorate here today, Steve Post. It's not that I never saw Steve outside. I have a vivid image of him walking down the street to meet me for lunch, that distinctive hauteur, the lumbering gait, head pitched forward, leaning in, sort of like a cross between a moose and Sheryl Sandberg. But the Steve I remember most was the Steve I had the privilege of seeing when I guested many times on his radio show, in the sound booth, headphones on, blocking out all extraneous noise, the microphone in front of him, and there, Steve was transformed. He looked like the head of Caesar on a Roman coin, noble, kind, generous, loyal. And that, I know, is how his audience saw him, because Steve, besides being brilliant, mellifluous, funny, one of a kind, incredibly original, had a special power. When he spoke through that microphone, everything else disappeared. The script, the clock, his whereabouts. It was like the collapse of the wave function. Only one reality remained, his connection to the audience. And that connection was so profound, beyond what we who Twitter and Instagram and Tumblr like clothes in a dryer will ever know. He gave his audience the gift of his undivided attention, and they knew it, and they loved him. So while noble, generous, kind, loyal may not be the first words that came to mind when I thought of Steve outside the studio, those words would have been more Yiddish, like Luftmensch or Vermischt or Kvetchy. When I think now of what it cost Steve to come to have lunch with me or to see my shows, which he did with Laura faithfully, when I think what it cost him to push past his limitations, to face the 1,000 natural shocks that flesh is heir to, although in Steve's case there were probably 1 million just between his apartment and Broadway, I realize what a truly kind, noble, loyal, generous friend he was. I will miss him dearly, and my only comfort is knowing that of anybody in the world, there is no one who was more deserving of the chance to rest in peace.